Yeah, you are visible and audible. Yes, yes.
Okay, good afternoon. Good to see you.
Good
How?
afternoon. I'm doing good, ma'am. How is doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well too. Thank you for asking. Could you please
Yeah,
introduce yourself?
yeah, sure. Well, thank you. My name is Shalini Shekhar. I'm basically from Mangalore. I'm district called Dakshina Kannada. I'm born and brought up in Mangalore. I
Okay.
completed my primary education in my native only. I completed my diploma in mechanical engineering in the year 2012.
Oh,
Later, I joined a company. I was working in an office in TVS Motor Company, Mysore. I did my job very well there, and my future was promising at there. Um, I love traveling. Now I am doing work from home job. Currently, I am doing my work from job,
okay.
and I love gardening. I'm mother of two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Wow, you do so many things, right? You are a mother. You are also
yeah.
working. Are you working full time or part time?
Part time, ma'am. Whenever
Part.
I get my free time,
You
I
do.
would work.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you do? If you don't mind me asking, what do you do?
Some project based content given from my office. So I have to prepare that project, and I have to write a summary for the story.
Okay. So everything you're working in English itself? You're writing in English.
Yeah, in English only.
Okay.
Sometimes they're giving someone's life story also. So I have to type it and give them.
Okay. So you after diploma, you did not do your engineering or any further studies, only diploma?
Yeah, I had a dream at that time, but because of financial hardship, I didn't continue my education.
Okay. It doesn't matter.
I
Even
joined a
after diploma, you got job and you did well in your job, right?
yeah, yeah. Yes, yes, ma'am. Actually, it was a MNC company. Um, it's very well. It was very well.
Oh.
But in 2015, I got married. I had to shift Bangalore because my husband he has been working in Bangalore.
Mm,
So I resigned my job.
okay. But even in Bangalore, you get
Yeah,
so many opportunities, right? You have so many job opportunities.
even when I was shifted to Bangalore. I continued my work here, but for the sake of my children, I again
Mm.
quit my
Again,
job.
you.
I don't want to compromise for the sake of raising my children, and I don't want to put their in somewhere else or someone else go to 9 to 5 job and come back and hit the sack. I don't want to do that, so I resigned my job.
Mm. Any specific reason you're working on your English?
Yes, actually, ma'am, I have career gap of over 6 to 7 years now. When I was working in TVS company, somewhere here and there we were communicating in English. But I told I mentioned earlier I have a career gap of over 7 to 8 years now.
Mm.
In fact, I have a dream to work in IT company. I know it would require uh, some skills from me.
Yes,
So I should update myself for working in software industry, no?
yes, yes.
That is why, yeah. Well, and for the sake of my children, my profession, and even my fashion also.
Mm. How old are your kids?
My elder one is 11. My younger one is 2.
Oh, so much of age gap between the two, right?
Yeah, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. What is your younger one doing now?
Younger one is he's sleeping. Just I put
Sleeping.
him to the cradle and just
That's how
enjoying
you're
the.
able to join. Yeah. How are
Yeah,
you managing?
very annoying boy. Yeah,
Yeah.
he is very annoying boy. He's pain in the neck. He persists for everything. My
Mm,
elder one is so too cool and calm boy.
mm,
He understands me like anything.
yeah.
And
Elder ones are like that. I've heard it from maximum people. Elder ones are very
yeah,
obedient. They are sweet. Yeah.
Even he can speak English elegantly with some complex structures and bombastic vocabulary.
Of course,
And
in Bangalore. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
even in Bangalore, no, most of the private schools, they need English um,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
for the education purpose. They need English.
Mm. Right. So you love traveling, right? Which is the best place you had been
Yeah.
to?
Actually, Mangalore is my always best place, ma'am. Yeah, in Mangalore we have different kind of nature. The nature is very natural and very it's exquisite, and we have rich in culture. We have different kind of culture, festival and festivals. That way,
Mm. So like you
I would
lived
like.
in Bangalore. From Bangalore, did you travel anywhere else? In within Karnataka or outside it?
Yeah, even Chikmagaluru, some of the temples here in Mantralaya, Tirupati,
Okay.
and the Kalahasti. Most of the temple also I visited.
Holy places.
Yeah,
Mm. Yeah. Mantralayam is like 30 kilometers from where I live now. It's very close. Yeah.
yeah, really.
Yeah, Mangalore is very humid. You're sweating all the time, and it's kind of if it starts raining, it goes on continuing, drizzling, drizzling whole
Yeah,
day.
yeah, yeah. In the summer only that is sweltering more. But other than the Mangalore is the best place. Have you ever been to Mangalore?
Yes, I have been to Mangalore, and my husband lived there for 4 years. He did his hotel management,
Oh,
Srinivasa College of Hotel Management.
uh,
He studied his hotel management there. Then he went to Australia. He did his further education there. So for that, I went once to Mangalore just to visit and see how the place is. Yeah.
okay.
For the
Mhm.
beaches.
That Mangalore is very rich in culture. It's known for its culture and tradition, and it's renowned for its historical architecture. It has resplendent temples, pristine golden beaches,
Yeah.
ancient mosques. That nature is struck by the splendor. It's you can see the spontaneous, not a spontaneous, spectacular nature there.
Yes.
Definitely, you mesmerized by the beauty of Mangalore.
Yes. Yes. I think beaches are the
And
highlight. And island also, Saint Mary's Island.
island also there. And Mangalore, we have belongs to some peculiar kind of culture, ma'am. Our ancestors belongs to. Have you heard about idolatry or demonolatry?
No.
Daivaradhana?
Yeah, yeah,
No.
that I've heard.
Have you
Yes.
have you heard about movie Kantara?
Yes, yes.
That
I've
that
seen it.
story of, yeah, yeah, really? How is
Yeah.
it, ma'am? How was
I got scared, honestly. Is it like it's something mythological, right? Is it true? The gods are true? What they mentioned in the movie?
it? Yeah, yeah, ma'am, it's very true. I told you now our sentence belongs to that culture, so we also have been following that same culture.
Mm. But when you see people with all that costume, what they have worn, where you do you get scared to go in front of them?
The people from some different kind of caste, they available for that purpose only.
They
So
follow
they
that.
are doing that one. They follow that same culture and tradition.
Hmm. So do you go sometimes to visit? Have you witnessed it live?
Yeah, live it's have been happening in our house also most of the time. In our house, in our family.
Mm.
It's every time it's been happening.
Yeah.
Yearly one time we must and should visit.
Mm. But like, do you believe what the science say? Like, is it having being possessed by God and everything? Like, I know it is your culture and you believe in it, but do
Mhm.
scientists something else, or you believe it's true?
Yeah, most of the time we have to believe that one, because when you are not believing that, we feel some unrealistic things in our life.
You face
Like,
something bad.
yes, we have to face something that affected badly. And the examples also there, so we have to follow that one.
Even I have witnessed, but in like my village, when I see that they pull the chariot, that time when they have a fair, at that time I have also witnessed, but I don't know how far it is true, being possessed by God, and maybe many people believe in it. There's no harm. There's their like individual opinion whether people believe it or no. But Mangalore area, I know they believe in it very much, right?
Yes. Especially the people from Dakshina Kannada and Udupi, we have to follow that one.
Yeah. And all the areas look similar when you go to Dakshin Kanda, right? Sirsi,
Yes,
Gokarna,
most of
all that
the, yeah,
architecture is the same. Buildings are the same.
yes,
Ghat section,
yes,
and it is like full of trees.
yeah, full of trees. Yeah, most of the places are covered by agricultural land only.
Yes, yes.
Yes. We have been eating a peculiar kind of food, like boiled rice, and
Yeah,
most of the people would like to eat seafoods, means all kinds of fish, crabs, and
yes.
prawns, lobsters, and clam. Would like to eat that kind of fishes, and the people are saying it has some medicinal related content also in fish. So that
Yes,
is why
yes,
most of the people are calling Mangalore is the city of intelligence.
yes,
The every year, and the SSLC and PUC board exam, either Dakshina Kannada or Udupi, every time got first or second place, ma'am.
yes.
Even this year also, we got second and first place in the
Mm,
board
yes.
exams.
Also, that the coaching centers are there, no? Expert or something. There are very nice educational institutions, Manipal. So these are very nice, very
Yeah,
prestigious
yeah.
ones.
Srinivasa
Everyone
College,
wants
yes.
to get admission in that. Excellent. Or there is something very specific. I am not able to recollect the name, but there are lots of them. Very good, and they get good ranks in NEET, JEE. It's
Yeah.
very education wise.
And one kind all the students are facing is everyone, like this communication in English. Everyone, they have dearth of communication in English. The people who are learnt in Bangalore now, uh, because for Mangalore peoples, especially from the Kannada and Udupi, most of the people, we our mother tongue is Tulu.
Yes.
Our second language is Kannada. In Hindi and English is our third language.
Yes.
That is why most of the people are struggling in communication in English.
Yes. And the way
Yes.
you guys speak Kannada is also very different, right? You mix something
Yeah, very
and
different.
speak. Half the
This,
time, I don't understand what coastal people are talking. Even though it is Kannada,
yes.
I cannot understand.
When you try to talk in Kannada, the person who stand in front of us, he suddenly notice that we are from Mangalore.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very easily you get to know the way you talk is.
Yeah.
Mm.
When I was young, one of my teacher used to say me like English is very important for the purpose of life, for your career, for your future. But
Mm.
at the time, I didn't understand what he was going through. Now I understand the value of English.
Mm.
When it comes to city, no, English is very important.
Yes. And day by day, the importance is growing. Maybe when I was
Yeah.
growing, it was not that important. People would not focus much on pronunciation and everything. But now you see it
Mhm.
is so much advanced. How much ever you learn, there is so much more you have to learn.
Yes, one line is there, ma'am. We are never young to start reading, and we never too old to stop reading.
Yeah.
So it is a
Continuous process.
never-ending process. Yes.
Mm. Okay. If there was like, do you have anything like a dream destination? You want to go somewhere?
I don't have any destination, ma'am. But I mentioned earlier, I have a dream to work in IT companies. So I was preparing for that also.
Yeah, that is your
That's
dream
enough.
career-wise. But if you want to visit some place abroad or in India, is there
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
visit?
This some of the foreign countries is my cup of tea. I would like to visit whenever I get chance to visit. Definitely, I will visit.
Any specific country?
Like USA, Canada, like that,
Yeah, you get
and
into
Bangkok.
IT, and when you get into IT, there is a lot of possibility that you can get to visit for your work.
Yeah,
You can.
yes, yes.
Mm.
Mm. When you were in Australia, no, ma'am, Melbourne,
Mm.
have you faced any racism or apartheid system there?
I somewhat to some extent because they would categorize like you Indians, you always use plastic bags, or you Indians
Mm-hmm.
leave your country and come to work here. These kind of comments, but not
Mm-hmm.
occasionally, not every now and then, but occasionally. But it is enough to make you feel like an outsider.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
the good thing is that you have people from different countries and cultures in Australia. There is no specific native Australians. So you get mix of everything. So,
Uh-huh.
not much, but yeah, it is there.
Mm, okay. I have been reading this book,
What is that?
narrated by John Murray, and this book is about apartheid system.
About
The
what?
boy, apartheid system or racism.
Okay.
Uh, the boy, his mother was black and father was white, and he was a colored boy.
Okay.
And how he apartheid system at that time during the Nelson Mandela's time, 1927. That
Okay.
time, the book is about life story of that boy. It's very nice book.
It's a true story.
Yeah, it's a true story, ma'am.
Hmm. Okay. How did you get to buy that book?
Actually, I was searching in online. Then most of the people were suggesting for this book. Then I purchased this book and I have been reading.
It's like an autobiography, right?
Yes, yes.
Are you interested in books?
Yeah. Sometimes whenever I get free time, most of the time I spend my precious time with my children.
Yeah.
And I earlier mentioned earlier, I love gardening. Whenever I get my free time, I remain busy in my garden also sometimes. And some of the riddles, idioms, I have been reading. And when it comes to you, ma'am, I have been watching your every videos and your explanation, conversation is very precise, meticulous, madam.
Thank you. But you use more advanced vocabulary as compared to me. I speak very simple and basic, but you know a lot of vocabulary.
Yeah, even I'm also minimalist like you, ma'am. I like you so much. The way of you explaining, the way of giving some kind of explanation. It's very exquisite.
Thank you. And you have been connecting, like you waiting to connect for a long time now, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah,
3 or 4 months.
In the middle, I went to my native
Ah,
for a
that's
holiday.
why I didn't get your
Uh,
reply.
yeah, at the time. Mm. Then there is a myth that everyone believe that we need to speak advanced or some fancy vocabulary to sound cool. Do
Mhm.
you believe in that, ma'am?
It's not to sound cool, but if you, it is a necessity. People around you are speaking that kind of English, then it might be because of necessity. But if people are trying to use it deliberately just to make themselves, appear cool or to impress the opposite person, I would say it's not that
Mm-hmm.
important. First, you focus on speaking accurately. You have such a bad grammar and you're making so many mistakes, and in that you are trying to use fancy words, vocabulary, idioms in the wrong place. It sounds terrible at that time. So first focus on
Mm.
accuracy and speak well. Later, if you want to improve, definitely you can. There's no limit to it,
Yeah.
and it's nothing wrong. If you want to, you can learn. But if you
Yeah.
want to like stay connected with everyone, from beginners to advanced, everyone, I think simple English is enough.
Enough. Yes, one of the video you said, if you know manageable English is better.
Yeah. If
Then
you
I
know how to,
satisfied.
yeah. But if you want to get into something like you want to go abroad or you want to get into the IT, there are many advanced speakers and they use different kind
Mhm.
of vocabulary. In that situation, you need to equip yourself. You need to learn all of this. Like necessity is the mother of invention. If it is necessary for you, you can learn. Or if it's your passion, you
Yeah.
can learn. It's up to you.
Mm. This is weekend, no, ma'am. How do you juggling with your kids?
Weekend means they come back in the afternoon. So they are there right now. They're having their lunch. So they're watching TV. So now it is
Mhm.
okay. My son is almost 5. So he understands a little bit that he should not disturb me when I'm having my sessions. But I try and
Mm.
avoid to have sessions when they are around so that I can give like 100% to them. So that I can be with them, available for them. Rest of the days when I have time, I manage. And Sundays, I don't have sessions usually. So it's okay. It's nice.
Mhm.
This is when you like to do
Mm.
something, you don't find it difficult. Yeah, children are annoying at sometimes, but most of the times it's okay because it was my
Yes.
choice to have children, to raise children. So I have to do it.
Yeah. Yes, it's our responsibility. Yes, the women, so the housewife or working women, so they all are responsible for raising their kids in the good way, who make the future of our country. But somehow they should aware of some of the possible cons in the future also, being financially independent or some self-reliant had some advantage, no, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Does it stress you out sometimes when you think of like your children when they grow up? It is a kind of responsibility to take care of an individual and make them good citizens, make them good people. It's a big responsibility. So everything will be on the parents, what kind of education they are giving to them, moral education, everything. Sometimes does it stress
Yes.
you or scare you? How my kids will be when they grow up? What all I should work upon to make them good?
Yes, that is
Do
why
you?
I completely prefer work from home job.
Okay.
I want to watch them grow. I completely involve in their life. I am too much attached to them.
Mm. Do you have these kind of sessions regularly? Do you
No,
talk?
ma'am, this is my first session.
Yeah, but
I
you're
never
very,
had.
because when we started off, I noticed that you were getting a little bit nervous. But as the
Yeah,
conversation went, I could notice that. But
yeah,
later you became comfortable and you started speaking well.
yeah.
That's why I asked you.
When I have seen your message in the WhatsApp in the 1:45 in the afternoon, then I was like deer in the headlight. I was, because confidence is our best accessory in the world. Only one thing we need to wear is our confidence. Then I
Yes.
understand now.
It's not
So
easy.
that is why I, yes.
It's not easy.
So why
Well
I,
done. You carried it well and you spoke well because sometimes you're so nervous that we don't know what to speak. We are just not able to speak and we want to end the call as soon as possible. But it's kudos to you. You spoke well.
yes, and most of the time we have to challenge ourselves. If a person is often more communicate in English, they become more comfortable in English.
Correct.
And challenging ourselves is the key for achieving our endeavors.
Yes.
All then, yeah,
Yes, yes.
yeah,
It is very important that you communicate with strangers also. Like I'm just telling you, if you, whatever opportunity you get, try to talk to people, especially strangers on video calls. That will boost your confidence. You will also become good at English because obviously when you're having a session, you want to be prepared to talk to that person because they're total strangers. You don't know anything about them. Just be prepared before the session.
yes.
That will improve everything. So it is a very good thing to take advantage of social media when it is giving you so much opportunities. So you just have to grab it.
I had fever like when I stand in front of the pedestrian or the person who I know he knows very well English. Then I started struggling. I feel nervous. I fumble. I make mistake while speaking in English. Actually, I don't have any kind of environment in my house also.
Mhm.
My husband is like cold fish. He's very ambitious and very decisive, very reticent, and he doesn't prevail anything. So he doesn't like to conversate more in English
Yeah, yeah, I
most of the
understand.
time. So
Mm,
I make conversation with my son.
okay.
So he can speak English properly.
Yeah.
He's
But
second
also,
standard
like
now.
when we talk to our children, we cannot talk about many things. When we talk to
Yes,
adults, strangers, you're
problem.
curious to know about each other. That you end up talking more. So it is different. You have to indulge more in conversations.
Mm. Whenever I watching your video, most of the time you have giving some topics, no?
Yes.
So I pause the video and I took that same topic and I make sentences about that topics and you are giving some ideas,
Yes.
some uh, that I try uh,
Practice on.
to practice myself in the
It
house
is
while watching the video,
good to know
and I
that
am doing.
following like whatever I'm telling. Otherwise, it is people will watch, and they'll say I'm not learning anything. It is not just watching and learning. You have to do it practically.
Every time I pause the video and take that topic and prepare myself and I make the sentences later on.
Yeah, that's nice. Good to know.
Thank you.
Okay, so anything else, or we will wind up the session?
Okay, ma'am.
Mhm.
Okay,
It was
there is
it was really
nothing more for us.
to you. Yeah, it was really nice talking to you. You used really nice words. Focus a little bit on your pronunciation because it is very evident
Okay.
when we talk, right? You get your mother tongue influence. That is very common. Just focus on that,
Mhm.
and when the video is out, then you can watch the recording. So you will be able to realize like what mistakes you have made. So it is nothing wrong because everyone make mistakes. So you can learn from
Yes.
them. Even when I watch my recording, I feel that, oh God, I made this mistake, this grammar mistake. But I think it's
Everyone does a mistake. Yes.
okay then.
Yes.
Really nice talking to you.
Mm.
Thank you for connecting.
Okay, ma'am. Actually, I was craving for this opportunity to make conversation with you. Many thanks for your time, ma'am. I'm so grateful to you. I'm
Okay.
forever grateful to you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you. Pleasure is mine. It's because of you guys that I'm here. So thank you too. Bye bye.
Bye, ma'am.